Dan Mazengarb from Christian Savings joining me on the program. Dan, you'll be gutted. Your Bitcoin would have tanked in the last week, right?
Yeah. Look, I'm so glad that I don't have a lot of I don't have any crypto, and Christian Savings doesn't have any crypto,
That's
and
good.
I'm not the entity in Saudi Arabia who lost $1.6 billion of crypto to the North Koreans.
Wow.
It's the largest recorded heist of crypto in the world. So North Korea is setting new world records for all the wrong reasons.
Wow, and honestly, it does say something about the volatility of cryptocurrency generally. I mean, whether it's not getting hacked by North Korean hacktivists or whether it's just the volatility of the market, not a particularly safe place to put your nest egg. Having said that, though, interest rates are falling. What's a person to do? It can look tempting. People getting really quick returns on crypto. Some people may be thinking, "Wow, look at that! I could double my money in days."
Oh yeah, and look, when interest rates on standard term deposit products or bonds go down, people look for they get increasingly desperate for better returns, and obviously our property market hasn't been very hot either.
Yeah.
So it is a time where people are looking for a quick buck out there, and crypto has certainly been a place people have looked for quick returns. And look, I know personally some people have made tons of money, but I also know a lot of people have lost a lot. So it is a very complex asset class. A lot of people don't actually understand how it works and what the mining and where the value actually comes from.
Yeah.
And so, as a general rule, if you don't understand it, probably don't invest in it. Is probably a good guide rail for most people.
It is one of those categories where I'm not sure, is this investment or is this gambling? Because it is just so risky that you might as well be rolling a dice or flipping a coin on this one, because it literally could go one way or the other. And it just seems to have, well, it literally has no basis in reality, right?
Yeah, look, I haven't had any investments in crypto myself. I haven't spent a lot of time researching really the detailed way it operates. But investing and casino play is certainly two things that have been paired in common before,
Yep.
and I think it reflects the general volatility within the markets,
Mm.
and the impossibility for many investors, not all investors, but many investors, to really know what's going to drive growth. I mean, one of our directors had a course at university when he was young, and they had some people in the class build an investment strategy, and then others in the class threw darts at a dartboard to choose
Okay.
the companies they were going to invest in, and they outperformed the guys who had done all the homework and the research. And so, investing is something that can be quite complex, and so
Yeah.
especially when it comes to crypto, because it is volatile, and social media has a big part to play as well.
Exactly, and yeah, I would steer well clear of that. This is not a financial advice show, but I think that we're stating the obvious to say that the risks there are too high. Back to investment, though. There is an aspect whereby the higher the risk, the higher return. And we know this with KiwiSaver categories or any type of investment. Having said that, if you're not needing to double your money in days, having some financial security is, I mean, it's literally worth money in the bank, isn't it?
Yeah, and look, I think you've hit on the word there, security
Yeah.
or certainty. And every investor really needs to be thinking about, what is my need for certainty and security. And so, yep, higher returns often come with higher risks.
Yeah.
And so, that's the first question people should be asking when they're investing is, what is my risk appetite? What is my investment horizon? What is my need for certainty? And that's where you see a lot in the fixed rate space with your mortgage. A lot of
Yeah.
people fix, not just because of the lower rate, but it's the certainty that they get when they do fix a mortgage rate.
And hey, not all, I suppose, financial decisions are necessarily only made from how much money can I make, how much return can I get on my investment. As you say, some of that is based on certainty, and I mean the part of the market that you guys are in, sometimes it's based on what sort of things am I investing into. How do I want my money work in order to support other organizations which I have ethical alignment with?
Absolutely. And we have a huge rise in faith-aligned investing or values-aligned investing, ethical investing, and people are becoming a lot more conscious of where their money's going and the impact that it's having. Is my KiwiSaver invested in something that is employing slaves in Bangladesh to make the products that the company sells? So, and I really do think that from a Christian point of view, we should be asking those questions: is what impact does my activity have on the rest of the world and society? And I think I certainly welcome the rise of impact in ethical investing as something that investors should be paying attention to in our context.
I mean, we do want to get a return on investment. The parable of the talents shows us that we should be wise and prudent in what we do with the resources that we have, but also careful about what we're building, treasures in heaven, building the kingdom of God, all of those sorts of things. Now, if people are in that space at the moment, they're saying, you know what, I'm not sure where to invest my money. You guys at Christian Savings, happy to have that conversation. Talk to people about the options that you can offer.
Yeah, look, we issue term deposits and call accounts, which is one way the primary way in which we help finance the building of churches and Christian charities across the country. So if that is something that you're after, have a look, check out our product disclosure statement online, and seek some financial advice if you need it. But that's certainly our I guess, privilege is to take people's investments on term deposits and call accounts and turn them into loans for churches and charities so we can grow the kingdom in New Zealand.
And get a return on that investment at the same time.
And get a return.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely.
Dan, thank you for the work you do. christiansavings.co.nz. If people did want more information on that, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks very much for joining us in the Rhema studio. Thanks very much for watching the interview. It's kind of nice to have an audience, actually. And if you did like what you watched, then do give us a like, do give us the thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more interviews like that one, or perhaps even better, subscribe and those interviews will come straight to you. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.